Hi everybody, welcome to Simply Scuba. In today's video I'm going to be taking a closer look at the Atomic Aquatics T25 Anniversary Regulator. So this is effectively a T3 regulator, which has always been a very top tier regulator, very high performing titanium regulator. Lovely breathing effort and very customizable, very useful with that swiveling turret. This is their anniversary version. You'll notice it's got this very unique colorway to it. They're only making a handful of these, and this is, yeah, once they've sold them all, that's it. So let's take a closer look. Okay, so this is how it arrives in your own regulator bag. Not just any regulator bag, this is a limited edition T25 regulator bag. Lots of details. This is very atomic. They've gone through every single detail. Even the actual sort of shoulder strap has Atomic Aquatics kind of embossed into it. If you can see that, that's quite fancy. The shoulder strap is quilted, so that's quite a nice bit of padding, and that kind of flash of red. You got the Atomic in this, I can't remember the name of the material, but it's nice material. The zippers themselves, these are water resistant zippers. They're not waterproof, but water resistant. So if it rains or kind of splashes, it helps sort of protect the water from getting in. You have one pouch on the outside. That's just a flat sort of document pouch. And then a double zipper around the side. And then on the inside, you get a really nice compact little box with the T25. I'll show you what's inside that in a second, because there's even more to this bag. So starting off in the lid, so Velcro pouch in there, so you can keep stuff nice and strong and secure. A mesh zippered pouch, so you can keep things safe, but you can still see them. So that's quite handy for little things like tools and sort of bits and bobs or pens. An even smaller section with T25 Limited Edition in there. And then at the bottom, you have this padded section, Atomic Aquatics. All of the sides are padded. That's quite rigid on the bottom section, and quite rigid on the top as well to protect your regulators. On the inside, that's enough of the bag. So let's take a look at the regulator itself. So quite a small, compact cardboard box. Usually regulator boxes are a lot larger, but elevating diving for 25 years. You've got titanium on the side and T25 limited edition on the front. This is a sleeve that I'm just going to pull off nice and gently. You might be able to see it, but on the inside it's got that kind of rainbow effect. That's following the rest of the regulators, and that diamond-like coating that they've given it. On the inside, very Atomic Aquatics, you get a book about the T25, how to look after it, and sort of warranty care. Definitely sort of read through that. And then underneath you have the regulator itself. Both the first stage and the second stage are covered with little plastic bags to protect them. So yeah, let's take a closer look at the regulator itself. So starting off with the first stage. So this is effectively a T3 regulator. So the first thing that you'll notice how incredibly light it is compared to marine grade brass. So this is titanium, and you should hopefully see this sort of incandescent. Is it incandescent where the color kind of changes when you look at it? It's that kind of rainbow effect. 2 high pressure ports and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 low pressure ports. The low pressure ports are on a swiveling turret. You have this 5th port that the primary comes out of. That gives you optimum airflow, so it comes straight out, straight into the second stage, so the best breathing quality. This is the DIN version. Comes with that dust cap to keep dust out, and yeah, 300 bar DIN. This is all titanium as well, has the same like diamond-like coating, which is stronger and more scratch resistant compared to the traditional sort of external coating. But each of these is unique because of the way that they actually get that coating, that effect. The pattern is always different on different first stages, so it's very unique. Underneath this section here, this is effectively the environmental seal. It allows for the balancing because this is soft, but underneath you'll notice some of this white material coming out. It's a bit like silicone grease basically. They pack it in so that water can't get into the parts, but it helps with the cold water performance. Moving down, you get a traditional rubber hose, strong and secure, and then that leads to the second stage, which has a swivel ball joint. So that ball joint just reduces jaw fatigue on longer dives especially. So because the second stage, if you move, it kind of twists and moves with you. The hose isn't kind of tugging, so you don't have to bite down quite as much on that second stage to hold it in position. And that just allows a nice amount of freedom of movement, and it swivels around, does everything. It's a very smooth joint. Again, with that like anodized titanium effect. Onto the front cover, you have that titanium ring around the front. Atomic Aquatics T25 on the front cover, very similar to the the T3 regulator with that purge button. It's soft, but it has a decent amount of it is quite a firm material, so it's not too squidgy. Breathing adjustment. So you can dial it all the way in as it is, or dial it out, and that's, sorry, you can dial it in or you can dial it out. That adjusts how easy it is to open up that valve. So if you prefer a little bit stiffer, you can screw it in, or if you prefer a really nice easy breathe, dial it out, and they'll open that valve really easily. On the side here, we have an AFC. So this is basically an automatic Venturi switch. So on a lot of second stages, you have like an on-off Venturi switch that interrupts a free flow. On the T25, it's automatic. There's a kind of like a vein on the inside that as the airflow increases, it changes its orientation. So as it begins to free flow, it interrupts itself. So doesn't free flow. It's all automatic. You don't have to switch it on or off. So you always get the best airflow. But if it starts to get into free flow technology territory, it switches itself off. Another thing that you can't see on the inside is that you have a pressure relief valve on the inside that basically when it's depressurized like it is right now, it takes the strain off of the sealing surface on the inside. So most second stages, you have that seat getting pushed into by a spring at all times, and then it's only when you actually inhale that it opens. With the T25, it does that when it's depressurized. So that means that whilst it's in storage, it's not bedding in, it's not digging into that soft surface, so you don't have to service it quite so often. The mouthpiece itself, orthodontic mouthpiece, so you have very soft silicone for most of the mouthpiece, but then on this section that you're actually biting down on, it's much harder, so you're not going to bite through the mouthpiece quite so quickly, and you don't have to change them over quite as often. And that's the Atomic Aquatics T25 Anniversary Regulator. Beautiful. If you're after the best of the best regulator, incredibly lightweight, very customizable for different regulator setups, incredibly unique. No other regulator is going to have this exact pattern to it. As I said at the beginning, they're only making a handful of these, so if you like what you're looking at, it's definitely worth investing in. It's a beautiful regulator, an incredible breathe, and with that servicing schedule once every 3 years, it just makes your life a little bit cheaper in the long run. But yeah, if you're after a really nice premium regulator, you can do a lot worse than the T25. It's a beautiful piece of kit, incredibly well constructed. Definitely worth checking out. There's going to be a link down in the description below so you can read more about it. Lovely regulator. You can buy it from us at simplyscuba.com. Thank you for watching, and of course, safe diving.